If they do, they don't tell their parents. Are you looking to date a particular Indian man, or... Well, don't say it like that. That made you seem less desirable to scream that in a room of 300 people, I'm going to be honest. Let me ask you this. What do you do for a living? And then I'll tell you if his parents will let you marry him. Yikes! What is it though? If you're rich, you can still make it. Or if you have like a lot of degrees for no reason, they love that too. Every degree you have is worth $150,000 a year. You're a nurse. You'd probably marry a South Indian. If you see a dark-skinned Indian Christian with a last name like James or Varghese, that guy will marry the fuck out of you.
What is it going to take to... So that's where we're at now. They laughed at you. They laughed and clapped. And he said, you know what? In our country that practices caste, in our culture that does caste, the bottom tier caste, the lowest caste, that's what you get. What did I say yesterday in the video I made yesterday and the day before? I said, black man, there's nothing we can do. We're going to live through this embarrassment. We're just going to have to suffer it. Because of all the men that were in that room, how many do you think will walk out, look at a black man, and then start laughing at us because of nothing we did? Because right now, Asian men and white men are the only men who have been insulting us because of our women. Your women are so easy. But we don't say this because to admit this publicly will be the final L. So now Indian men are going to join. Oh, black women want us, but we don't want them back. No fucking self-respect. I have never seen a group. This content exists everywhere. It's just the men are trained, perfectly trained by the women to never bring shit like this up. And then there's men like me who don't give a fuck, who clearly believe that you're a fucking rib. So a rib can never tell me what to do. I said what the fuck I said.
One thing black women can't say is that their reputation is not well earned. It is. It is, and it is by all races. Okay? You think you being ugly to your men, and you being snappy to your men and snarky to your men and treating them bad and treating your own sons bad. And you think another man is going to choose you from another race? You think that the white man and Latino man are going to dig in black man's trash and dig something out that there wasn't any good to them, to a black man in the first place? Like Officer Charles says, black men are garbage men of the dating world. We'll date anything. Which on the flip side is bad for us because we get the rejects from other races coming at us like we're supposed to take them. Fat white girls, fat Latinas say, okay, if I can't date anybody else, I can date a black guy because he'll accept anything. And we have that reputation. And I've seen black guys that are thirsty enough to do it. So you already got guys with lower standards as far as beauty and attitude and all that kind of stuff, with lower standards, and you still can't retain them? You still can't get them to check for you? How bad must you be if it's that low? If the bar is that low and you still can't go get over it, how bad must it be? So you think you're going to have an easy test, a low bar, and you're going to pass a higher bar? Does that make any sense? But then again, black women don't make sense. They don't, and they haven't. And it is a trip. It is a trip to see this kind of culture play out amongst our women. And you would think as things get better, and that's what tripped out Moynihan. You would think as things get better, black women would get better. They'd be more agreeable and more cooperative with their men because times are better. These chicks get worse, which I don't understand. The more money a black woman gets, the worse she gets. She doesn't get better, she gets worse. The more comfortable the surroundings are, they don't get better, they get worse. And then they sit on their, then they get high and they cry into their pillow that nobody loves me. And they wonder why. Black women as a group have developed into some horrible people. We saw that with the elite black women when Kamala Harris was running for election. With the elite black women pushing for the Democrats, they actually demonstrated some of the most horrible behavior toward their men in public on national TV. Condescending, snarky, arrogant, insulting, emasculating. Horrible behavior. And then they blame us. They blame black men who hold up the mirror as the reason that they have a bad reputation. Like nobody else can see it but us. Oh, ignore it. I'm just talking to my man. Oh, I don't treat you that way. Okay, I fight only him. And when you ask them what the reason for is, they don't have one. This particular set of videos, basically, one I did quite a while ago, and I just saw this on Sergeant Willie Pete's video. Shout out to him. And I played this brother before. I don't really know what his name is. He's called himself several things. On TikTok, he used to be Issa Abogo or something like that. I can't remember his exact name, right? But he said stuff like this before because he's Nigerian. And this is troubling, right? Because now, like you said, the other men are looking at us a certain way because our women are a reflection of us. And they're willing to be this obstinate and this obtuse and this dumb in front of other men. And they do it in social media. They do it with us. You see what they do in the political realm. Okay, you got Jasmine Crockett showing her behind in Congress, acting like a ratchet. And that's supposed to be a good reflection on black female character, and it's not. They can see a lower caste person with certain language. They can see that. The thing is that somebody of nobility, of rank, of power, of position shouldn't talk like that. Black women don't believe that. Black women are snapping it up. I heard Cory Booker talk for 24 hours, right? None of this came out. You would never believe that Cory Booker was spending one day in the ghetto. He's a senator. You would never hear that come out of his mouth. There are congressmen out there. That kind of crap, ghetto crap, would never come out of their mouths. But for some reason, black women think that being ghetto and being obstinate and being low IQ is the way to go. And then all of a sudden you want to jump to an Indian man. No, you don't even like Indian men. You want to jump to an Asian man. No, you don't like Asian men. The thing is, you expect them to marry you, not just lay with you like they've been doing, because you know they sleep with you. You know how they see you. But when an Indian man can't bring you home, when an Asian man can't bring you home, and the only man that can bring you home that makes sense is a black man. Now you trying to qualify for an Indian man, or qualify for an Asian man, qualify for a white man, but you don't think you have to qualify for a black man. And black men see this and see how you feel about it, and you expect us to love you. Really? Really? I'm actually tired of seeing stuff like this. Because like I said, the video I put behind his TikTok, that's almost 4 years old. Talk about the wall of silence. Stop checking for black women. They have proven who they really are, right? Like Dennis Green said, we are who we thought they were, and probably worse. Black men have to start admitting to themselves that who black women in this state really are. This is who they really are. Stop trying to say that they are who they not, or they are not. Because I keep getting that. If black men were better, black women would be better. It's not your freaking fault for the way that they are. Because they tell you that you're stupid, that you're unworthy, that it's your fault for your condition, that you need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps without boots. They say that in a heartbeat. And if you can't, then you're not worthy. So why should we give them something that they don't give us? Other men get the benefit of the doubt. Black men, even in a lower condition with worse circumstances, have to prove themselves to our own women who raise us. who are in the same families as us, who know who we are. Black women are only women on the planet that think you can treat and miseducate boys when they're young, and they're going to come out the other side as competent, successful men. Only women on the planet believe that black men are magically going to transform. And internally, they know that's not true. Internally, they know that's not true. I'm coming to the conclusion. I am coming to the conclusion that black women are not the smartest creatures on the planet. I really am. Okay, my Immortal brothers. This is unbelievable. It really is. It's unbelievable. This is why I get tired of male-female panels, black male and female panels. Because a lot of this stuff absolutely makes no sense. I had to sleep on this segment because I wanted inspiration to come, right? And somehow, after you have a nice little dream and sleep, inspiration does come. Because I was thinking about the panels and the manosphere and how the 30 years of literature that's come over the past, like I said, over the past 30 years, right? And men saying expressly what they do and what they don't want, what they do and what they don't like. And I want to believe, sometimes you want to believe they're doing it not because they can't, it's because they don't want to. They don't want to, which is fine. But I'm starting to believe that black women are maybe terminally stupid. I don't want to believe it, but I'm starting to believe that black women are terminally stupid. And I may do another video on this. It's hard to believe that anybody can be this dumb. That any group of people can be this stupid. How can you do the same dumb crap over and over again and expect different results? How can you give your man your behind a kiss, not care what he wants, not care about his feelings, and expect them to love you? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. And the more I'm in this space, because I've been in this space 11 years, and I've been in other spaces for damn near 20 years, and I've heard it and I've seen it, and internally as a human being, as a black man, you want to believe that your women are some of the smartest women on the planet. You want to believe that. And I've carried that belief for 60 years. I believed that my women were some of the smartest women on the planet. They were just obstinate. They were just mean. They just were contrary. Maybe it's time for it to dawn on us that these women are just not smart. They can't be smart. You cannot be smart because any other race of men, any other group of people, you would take what they say at face value. They do not take black men's word or black men's opinions of what comes out of black men's mouths at face value, even though the results show that black men are serious about what they talk about. The results are showing up. And black women cannot believe that black men are actually doing what they say they were going to do. So either one or two things is true. Either black women are the most obstinate, contrary, hard to work with people on the planet, which they probably are, or they're irretrievably stupid. And I'm starting to believe both things can be true simultaneously. Hard to accept because they go to school, they get degrees, they get all this kind of stuff. But when you tell them something that's obvious, they turn stupid. Why get on these shows and they go back and forth with you when you present facts to them, they turn stupid. And sometimes I say, I can't believe that you're this dumb. I can't believe that you're this stupid. I believe I'm a 10. No, you do not believe that you're a 10. And you try to tell me that you believe that you're 10 out means one or two things. Either you on drugs, or you're stupid, or you're lying. And they mix all those things together. You cannot be this terminally stupid forever. And these are the people you actually want to run your society, run your culture, run your community? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? And this parade we see with, what if men walked around in makeup? I mean, masculine men walked around in clown makeup like black women do. What if black men walked around with blonde toupees on top of their head and blue contacts in their eyes and fake muscles on their arms and their chests? Black women will call us internally stupid. They will call us clowns. But the reverse doesn't work for them. But they don't see that in the mirror when they look at themselves. They don't. This is what irritates the crap out of me. It does. You know what you don't like. You know you don't want your man with fake hair and fake eyelashes and makeup and enhanced body parts. It's not real. That's not the kind of man that you would want. But you expect your man to want you like that. And if he doesn't want you like that, there's something wrong with him. And when it comes out of their mouths, they know it sounds dumb. They know it sounds stupid. But the thing is, guess what? They don't care. So either one or two things, one of three things. Either they're lying, okay? They're extremely delusional, or they're stupid. Now, we've been giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're delusional. And then we come into the conclusion that they may be lying. But we don't want to come to the conclusion that they're stupid. And a lot of guys that have been in this field for a long time have been telling me that black women may be just stupid and trying to cover it up with the need to be right. Shame, guilt, and the need to be right, which include insults when they project. The need to be right is strong with black women. They cover up their stupidity and their mistakes with the need to be right. And that's what we see on a daily basis. And then they try to put it on TikTok. They try to put it on Instagram. They try to put it on Facebook. And they try to put us down and make us feel that way, even though the proof is in the pudding. Everybody tells them the same thing. The dating stats, the marriage stats, the income levels, their success with their kids, all tell them the same thing. But the thing is, that doesn't matter. And I used to believe that they were lying and obstinate. Now I'm believing that it's just terminally stupid. They can't comprehend and bring in information or bring in facts and process them correct.